Ladies and gentlemen, voted Long Island's best podcast by a bot farm in Russia, it's the Adult Baby Show.
I'm a sweet boy.
I'll let a girl suck any part of me. I mean, honestly.
It's just in my mouth, just.
Oh, like, I'll try anything once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except getting to work on time.
You just ruined my day. Fuck your day.
Oh, let's get the feet involved.
It's not a nut. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud with you.
Some people
Yeah.
are absolutely
Huh?
disgusted by me.
He ain't lying.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Adult Babies Podcast, episode 313. I am B.
Chick.
And I'm Ryan.
We are back, baby. We are back. How you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. I can't believe, don't fucking shake your head when I say I'm doing fantastic.
I know what I'm looking at, and I know that's not
Let's
your
not
best.
start off.
But
so-
yeah, no, because we've been we've been very combative lately.
Yeah,
he's shooting at
It
me.
started because he all but
We don't need-
guaranteed the Mets to not make the World Series and the Yankees to win it by switching, kind of. And we fell apart, and now the Yankees are just...
I thought he was going to blame me because he was talking about positivity. I was talking about positivity.
Oh.
And I sent a negative text message. I was like, he's going to blame me for my negativity.
No, because he was trying to be positive with me all weekend about everything, and it just was shooting him down.
Yeah,
'cause
how'd it
he's an
work?
I think my
idiot.
positivity.
Yeah, how'd that work?
I think my positivity brought him to a depression somehow. Like he just hated my positivity. Like,
It actually does bother me more than if you weren't so positive.
yeah, well, I can't help it. So this is who I am.
I don't buy it.
I think I'm entering a mean stage in my life. Like,
I'm around a bunch of mean
I've been
men.
in that stage, so yeah, shoot. Let me tell you
like,
tell
'cause
me why.
I feel like I'm going to stop trying to act like I'm a nice guy because
It's so much better once you stop.
yeah, I want to be a nice guy and I want to be like a positive guy and not mean and encourage people. But I feel like I'm getting real. I'm turning into a real asshole. I'm keeping it in, but
Don't
not
keep it in.
I've been commenting on videos on Instagram, like mean shit.
Are you becoming an internet troll? Is that what we're
Yeah.
doing?
He's becoming a
Yeah.
troll, is what he's becoming.
Well, yeah, just like like those videos. I get a lot of like cringe videos on my
Oh, yeah.
algorithm, so I'm always always jump to the comments to see what funny things people
Yeah.
said. So like I'm just adding my own funny comments to the things.
I think
I
that's
hope
good.
I come across one of your comments.
I love that.
So yeah, and
It's
then-
not an act for me, by the way. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
know it's not an act.
I
I'm
wish I
joking.
wasn't like that. By the way,
I think there's a certain amount of positivity allowed in the podcast, and we all have to ebb and flow to level it out.
maybe that's
So like the more positive you get, the more.
Negative, I'm going to go.
Yeah, I guess so. But hey, listen, I gave you some negativity. I shot down your whole sweatshirt. I said it's awful from like,
Well, that's just because we have different tastes. Like, I have good taste and you don't.
you guys got a windbreaker pocket.
It's perfect.
It does.
Look at that. It's ridiculous.
I don't understand why it's there, but I enjoyed it.
It looks like the pocket, the pouch is aftermarket.
And it looks like I sewed on my own pouch. Exactly.
From your 90s windbreaker pants.
It's like I took a starter jacket and took the top
It looks
part
like it's
of
a
it.
strip. Remember those things you used to have in gym, the big
Yes.
things that you're like, lift them up
yeah.
and go under. It was always like a rainbow. It looks like that was the blue section of that thing, and you had some type of connection to it. So
But like, it's funny because B said this is a very loud, I guess.
I said it's busy.
busy.
Well,
And I bought it because I didn't think it was I'm like, oh, this isn't that busy.
this is one of the more subtle things you've ever worn. I think.
yeah, and that's how I felt.
But the way I look at it, also he sent me and Pat Dunn, I think, this sweatshirt and another sweatshirt, and this sweatshirt we both said no. Because we're like, this is just too much shit on it. He's got a patch on his left tit, a patch on his right tit.
You
He's got a
make it
patch
seem
on
like
the,
there's these big patches. It just says the New York Mets in writing, and then the emblem.
yeah. Then you got the
National League.
and then pull the hood up. You got Mets on the hood. He's not gonna be able to get over his head. It's just a lot. It's like a kid designed it where it's like, all right, where can we put Mets in every corner of the sweatshirt?
Yeah. You
I
like
mean,
the-
I don't hate a busy.
no, we
Sure,
know
we
that.
know
Yeah,
that.
that's
You guys say that like I don't come in with these loud clothes all the time. I just wear like my shorts are loud.
The shorts are loud.
The
yeah.
shorts I know are because I designed all those. I designed every pair of my shorts. The sweatshirts, I don't think necessarily.
No, not all the time.
But I do like a flashy hoodie.
You like you want a Mets logo at all angles. Front, back,
It's
side.
just the color isn't.
So my
obvious.
goal right now,
Yeah.
You could have that's such a Mets blue that you could have no patches on that. Like
Yeah.
that would be like that's a Mets sweatshirt.
Yeah.
or Knicks.
And he's a Mets fan. Like you can tell he's a Mets fan just by him walking by you. You're like, that's a Mets fan. He looks sad.
And what do you?
It's nice that
Same
you stuck
thing.
with it. You know, you didn't jump right to the Knicks gear. You know,
Not yet.
you
No,
give it a- you
I
give it a
also
week
just
couple-
bought this hoodie and I really like it.
Yeah.
And but that's what I was gonna say. So I was going through like my shitty wardrobe as it is, and I got some nice stuff, but they don't fit, so I don't wear any. The only shit that fits is like not really appealing stuff. And I was thinking, I'm like, that's it. I've had it up to here with my fucking clothes. I'm in the process of I'm gonna throw out like not just be like, oh,
Give it to charity.
yeah, well, that's what I meant. I used to keep things like, oh, I still like this. You know, maybe one day I'll wear, like whatever. I like it. I don't want to throw it out. Now, even if it's a shirt that I wear every fucking day, I'm getting rid of I'm redoing my whole wardrobe. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say you're going to see me wearing crazy, cool new stuff and I got this whole new wardrobe. I'm just replacing it with newer versions of like, I'll get a new Mets t-shirt, a new Mets hoodie, Knicks. You know, I'm going to re-get a lot of the same, not the exact
Newer,
same
though,
stuff,
yeah.
but just like fresher.
Yeah, I like it.
There's nothing like I love new clothes.
Yeah, I'm
It's
sick
just
of
like
it.
you put it on, it feels crisp. It feels like you know, like the collars aren't like curled up and
Yo, I'm starting.
It's the best
That's
feeling.
exactly what it is.
Even
It's
like the
just,
smell of it. I'm like,
smell of it. Like you can only wash things so many times before it's just not.
and then they fade,
the same
and
anymore.
it's just I don't like my clothes at all now. Every day I have to put something on. I don't like.
I gotta step in. You're too Italian to sit there, I think. So you just you keep it keeps refocusing. You talk with your hands so much. It keeps focusing on your hand.
You're too Italian to sit there.
what is he doing? He's moving so much. He's moving himself out of frame.
You can do whatever you want.
Oh, you had it on like a just focus.
It was on autofocus. So every time you go like this, it would focus on your hands. So now it's stuck on your head.
Nice.
That's good.
I've been noticing a trend, by the way. Last week I went into 2 stores, one in Stony Brook and one in Port Jeff, and there were stores geared towards men. I feel like I walked into both these stores and I actually said to Monique, I'm like, B would love this place.
I'm listening.
It's like
my ears are perked.
You know, like they started doing those men's monthly packages where they would send you men's stuff.
Yes.
Like, you know, it's a lot of like leather stuff and just like
Manly stuff.
manly stuff, but not like douchebag manly stuff. Like cool shit.
Yeah.
So I walked into the 2 stores and they were both affiliated with the woman's version of that thing with like candles and stuff like that. So it had like men's types of candles and men's clothes and like I feel like this outfit was there.
Really?
And it's like I like that they're embracing the fact that men also like to shop
Men
for
love
things.
to shop. I love to shop.
Yeah, I bought that. See that candle? I was embarrassed, but that
Oh yeah, look, it's a Budweiser.
it's a Budweiser,
Oh,
but it's a candle.
I didn't realize that.
It's a candle, but I told her, I said, listen, I don't even drink. I said, I'm actually embarrassed that this is the one thing in the store that I'm buying but it actually just smells really good. I'm like, I don't even,
What
I
is
don't
the
even
smell
drink.
of that?
It doesn't smell like a Budweiser. I think it just
Well, I
smells
would
like
hope
it's
not.
just yeah.
Doesn't smell like
smells
choice
nice, right?
hops.
It smells fantastic.
Smells like a man's.
I can never
candle.
find these smells.
Not going
Every
right
time
spots.
somebody has something and I'm like, oh, that smells great. And every time I go to look,
throw
I'll
it
give
over
it to
here.
you. Hold
Pass
on.
it, pass it.
I really like this one.
Yeah. So it has like, you know, men's bags and, you know.
You have to get up a little bit. All right, there he goes. Oh, I like that. It's subtle
Yeah.
but delicious.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Why don't you take your nose out of it? You just stuck the wick in your nose.
you stuck your.
If it was closer to Christmas, I would have gotten this for you for Christmas.
I do like that.
This
I do
actually
like that.
brings me to something I was going to suggest that we should do. I don't think we ever did an exchange.
No, we never did. Last year, Ryan just gave us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this year, I think we should do a. Do we want to do? we each get one person and buy a gift, or do we each get each other something?
There's only 3 of us. So I feel
Yeah.
like if
We
we
can
make
each
it,
get 2
if we
gifts.
keep it to like a price thing, then we get.
Yeah, everybody gets.
Yeah, I don't trust Ryan because I feel like me and you would get something, and then Ryan would just put us to shame.
Ryan is so
I'll
full.
stick. It's a dick move to overspend when you set a price
It's
limit.
not even overspending. It's your level of thoughtfulness will be
Like,
better
I can't
than
think
ours.
about that.
It is like
Yeah.
I know that you will find something that both of us will be like, huh, and we're gonna get you something that like you're gonna be like,
Well, I got
oh.
2 stores right now that I can go in
All right,
and shop
all right,
for you
that's good.
any day, and I know.
I'm easy to shop for, but I also feel like Brian has never been in a store and be like, "Chick would love this store."
Yeah. Get him the bottom of his windbreaker pants. Match his shirt. By the way, speaking of scents, can I make a recommendation? So his glass is all out of shape. Can I make a recommendation on a body wash?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the product Cremo? Cremo.
Yeah.
You have. They did a lot of beard washes and stuff like that. They have body washes out there for men.
Where do you find these?
CVS. The scents are fantastic.
I'm due for a body wash.
All right, you got to get Cremo. I got something called Italian Bergamot, I believe it's called. Bergamot? Bergamot? Italian Bergamot.
He's committing to the second one now.
I looked it up what it was because I'm always nervous it's going to be a nut. How embarrassing is that? But Italian Bergamot it's like a citrus, almost like a tiny lime. It looks like.
Okay.
But the scent is delicious, and they sell it at CVS. So if you're looking for a body wash, and also I must say the
Do you use the loofah?
I'm not a loofah guy.
What do you do? Cloth?
Hand.
Just hand?
Yeah, I've
So
gotten
you just
into
pour
it.
it into your hand, and then that's very
Do you
wasteful.
know how much soap you waste doing
That's very
that?
wasteful.
I put a dime piece.
Then you're not washing your body.
Yeah,
You're not listening.
That disappears quickly once it hits
No.
your skin.
I put a dime piece for the top half. I put a dime piece for the
Yeah,
bottom.
no, I
half.
know.
It's a lot of.
I
We
don't-
knew what you were going to say.
You need
It's a
to
waste.
you need to do a dime piece for every 4 square inches of
No.
your body.
There's suds. There's suds.
And also, it's not a dime piece. That's an attractive woman in the '90s is a dime piece.
It was
Yeah.
also
you
weed.
put something.
but no, I get tons of suds. And listen, I'm pouring out whatever's in the not exactly a dime.
You're
Why not a
wasting
loofah?
way too much soap.
Or a
I don't like
washcloth.
loofahs either. I have one, and I am officially off of loofahs.
What do you do? Washcloth?
My new thing is 7 washcloths a week.
7 washcloths a week.
Because when you reuse a washcloth,
I'm not a washcloth guy. I'm sorry. I've gotten into this with
This
a
is
comic.
actually a black and white thing.
It is.
Black people always, and I tend to agree with black people on this, that washcloth is so much more sanitary than a loofah.
No, the bacteria it gets inside of it.
But
Gross.
that's why you
But
wash
you can wash. You
You
don't really
can.
wash.
it. You
a
use
loofah.
the. You,
have
don't
to-
wash a
Oh,
loofah.
so you use one for each day?
each day. You use a new.
I take 2
towel.
showers a day.
So then you use 14. I mean, they're not expensive. You can get a pack of towels.
and you can reuse one.
You're
It's
not going
it's
to convince me
it's
to
not gonna
start wearing
build up.
using
Yeah,
a
one is
washcloth.
probably
you can use the one
okay.
from earlier today.
But if
earlier
you
in the
use
day.
the same loofah for a month, that's gross by the end.
It's disgusting, but most people do. If you've gone in another person's shower, then oftentimes you will see a loofah.
Yeah.
and it I've seen a loofah that
It's like ripped.
yeah, it's gross. So
Yeah, they rip.
I've
Isn't
I've had loofahs.
Don't you find it embarrassing when it'll be like loofah for men and it's like black? Like
Oh, yeah.
who's the guy who's so self is
I know.
who's so insecure that he's
With
like
the colors. Yeah, I
he
could care
can't-
less with the color loofah
he's like
I have.
I don't want a pink loofah. What am I, am I broad? It's like a black loofah is for guys. It's the same
try
exact
to-
thing. This is for
It's
men
so
because
true.
it's black.
It's
in the
it's-
shower. Nobody's gonna see that
Yeah.
you're
Nobody
doing
cares.
it.
I never cared about the color of the loofah, but yeah, now I'm officially
You're a washcloth guy.
or like a hand guy. But I use a lot of soap. I'm not a dime guy.
I shouldn't have said
Where
dime.
from,
I don't know.
Where from Italians your family? Italy? From does your family come from?
We're 75% Nobledon, 25% Sicilian.
Okay.
Why is this an Italian thing as well to use
Well, because that's a
washcloths?
black thing, and you know,
Sicily is known,
there's a lot of.
Yeah, well, I got into it with a black comic one day because he started talking about washcloths. I was like, I, don't use that shit.
I remember talking about this. I
Yes,
don't know
we
if it
had
was-
a whole
Don't
thing.
use that.
It went
shit.
on for weeks.
It went on for
weeks.
multiple
It became
weeks.
a black-white issue.
I
And
don't use that shit. I love that.
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is.
I think the hand is crazy because
It's
I
not.
just. It's
I'm
not
a
that.
bar,
No,
I'm
it's
a
not.
bar soap guy. I don't do.
That was my other thing. I'm a bar
I do keep
soap,
a bar of soap as well.
So bar soap is just on. I just rub
soap
the bar
and
all
on,
over
and then you
me.
rinse the soap.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but I do.
But
I
that
do
also
miss.
can
I
sound
do-
gross too. You know?
Yeah, and I used to. I miss my. The body wash is nice.
The
'Cause
scents
you
of
get-
body
you get a lot
washes
more
are
scent.
better than
Yeah,
soap.
Absolutely.
They
Soap
are.
is like almost not a good body wash as far as scent wise. It's just cleaning you.
Although I was using that Dr. Squash. I told you I got some Dr. Squash merch from a comedy festival. And
Doesn't
I'm all
Dr.
out-
Squash also do like a men's monthly subscription thing where they send you
Probably,
all types
probably.
of
Yeah,
shit?
it's,
But the one that I started with was a soap called Pine Tar. Believe it or not. Again, men have to have these.
yeah, the names.
Like
Pine
the
tar.
soap.
Doesn't even sound
Tobacco.
good. It doesn't even
You
sound
ever
good.
hear the one that's I see tobacco? It's like a
Tobacco
smell.
is one of them. Yeah. There's always a whiskey.
Union worker.
Yeah.
What the hell? What does this sound like?
Ball sweat.
Yeah.
So, this particular thing, it was
Union worker.
it was black, and when you used it, you felt like a union worker because you would come out. Suds of black were coming out
Stop
of you.
using
Yeah,
the
but
word
it's-
suds,
Yeah,
please.
but it's not.
But that's what they are.
I know,
You
but
want me to use bubbles?
every time I hear you say suds, I think of my cousin Vinny. When they're the two suds, that was the name of the store.
Oh yeah, that's
But,
right.
but they're tricking you into thinking. People think they're getting cleaner because like, look at all the black stuff's going to be. That's just the soap that's
Right.
coming off
Well,
you.
it didn't
So
trick me.
It's like
I felt like I was washing off from a day in the coal mines. It was ridiculous. You got to see this stuff.
it did trick you because you thought you were cleaning
Didn't trick me
yourself more.
because I got it for free and I didn't use it again, except one time.
You know what I really want to use?
I'm a Cremo guy.
One of those face masks.
Okay.
I want to put one. I want to do one of those face masks just because I have an OCD where like those videos of like pimple popping and
Oh,
shit like
yeah.
that.
You wanna pop
I
out.
I just want to pull it off. I feel like it's gonna be the most.
You talk to my sister's an esthetician. She's obsessed with skin and like skincare. So
I'm so glad we're talking
What is it
about
called?
this,
An
'cause I have-
esthetician?
esthetician. Yeah. Yeah, she does facials and all this. Like she's a pimple popper.
Wait, she does that?
Well, she's not a dermatologist, but she does like she
That's-
treats people's skin. you
But
know?
I'm saying, do people want pimple
She has
popping
like
videos
pimple
and
popping
stuff?
tools, and she has
Oh.
like she extracts.
Does she
you
have
know,
extra pimple popping tools?
I don't know.
I might have to have a conversation
Yeah.
with your sister.
I'm glad that you guys are talking about this because I planned on bringing something like this up.
Can I just say real quick? I just
Yeah.
want to the soap thing. I was away and I forgot to bring soap, and Monique had some Rosy Bubbles soap.
Yes.
and I used that, and I was like, this stuff's great. I've always been against like those handmade soaps.
Rosy Bubbles has great soap.
Only because I feel like they're awkward. Like the squareness of them makes them. I find it hard to use. But I feel like after a few uses, it's.
I liked
Yeah.
them, but I had to get one thing that B wanted, so she gave it to me too, and I hated he liked what was this, the mint? Or what the smells?
Oh,
We
it
gotta
was.
pick- yeah, I don't
it-
like mint.
It was not mint.
I forget. I don't know what it was.
Eucalyptus, maybe.
I don't know. B had like a request when she made them for us, and I wound up getting brought into his.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But I
one
also
don't
ruined
remember-
one
I
of
don't
them.
know the name of the one that I used, but it was great.
Yeah,
That's-
I've
yeah.
gone through a couple of those.
I
They're
kept one in
fantastic.
my shower on like the bottom shelf. I have like a thing with a couple little shelves in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the bottom one got ruined because I forgot to take the cardboard off it. So it got like wet into it and it like ruined the whole bar.
Cardboard.
Yeah, it was
Congealed
just a
to the-
mess.
All right, so
All
what
right,
do you
so
want to
again, on being positive, Chick said something on this podcast months ago when I was dealing with my beard issue. He was very negative about it. If you remember, he said,
For
"I don't,
real?
I don't think you're ever going to grow it back." Right?
What is that?
What is that?
But what is it?
It's a pumpkin.
But
But
what
what
is
is
it?
it?
Candy corn pumpkin.
Get the candy corn pumpkins.
I need to have a candy corn at least every year. I have
hate
one.
candy
I'm
corn.
not a huge fan, but I don't dislike. Oh, sorry,
Gross.
that was a terrible pull.
Disgusting.
All right, sorry, B. Continue with your shitty fucking story.
So he had told me my beard is not going to grow back, and it has not grown back to my liking. That I'm in a
that?
3-step process. Step 1, I started taking vitamin D.
This is a random chick that hit me up on Facebook today that she's now calling me. I should have.
I'm not gonna finish this.
No, I'm sorry. It was just so weird. I don't know who like this person. You know,
Are
how
you
he-
guys suddenly
Subtly.
be like, we don't want to hear you talk anymore?
No, I'm
Because
sorry.
I don't have to tell you this.
We did.
I'm
I
sorry.
took out
Go,
Tandy,
go.
and then he'd shoot it into the mic, and I was. Okay.
No, I'm not into it anymore.
I'm very interested in this because I've been watching your beard growth, and it's been, you've been struggling.
That's my
to-
fault, B. I apologize.
All right.
So-
I basically, it's really affecting me. Like, I'm not happy because I look awful. Like, I have folds. I look like a shaved fat cat, like a bulldog with cancer.
You identify as a bearded man, and you can't.
Not only do I identify, I don't like the way I look without it.
Sure.
So my first thing, I was like, all right, what am I gonna do? Time goes through. It's getting there, but not there. I shaved it all again last week, and I started taking vitamin D because it says it could help with hair growth. Who knows? I started a new routine today. I'm microblading derma. It's a microblade derma roll.
Okay.
Your sister might know about
It's
this.
supposed to like kind of.
Could be bullshit. It's what it
I'm sure
is.
she would buy into it, but
But what it is you take it's a roll of all these little needles, and what they do, you rub it.
stimulates your.
It stimulates the collagen. Hopefully, hair growth. will
Okay.
happen.
Have you talked to the doctor about it all? It's not.
No.
You feel weird being like.
It's
How
like
can I grow my beard back?
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
it's like yeah.
If
you
that's
have-
something that's important to you, then ask them. I don't understand people's nerves of asking a doctor.
I have
something.
asked, and I've gotten like shot
So
back.
what
like,
doctor do you ask? Like you don't.
I asked the dermatologist.
Yeah, okay.
And he was more like, well, you're a comedian, make it funny. It's like, no, this is
a
not.
stupid thing to
Yeah,
say.
Yeah, go to a
told
real
him,
fucking doctor if that's the response they gave you.
I told him,
Fuck that doctor.
he also tried to get me back on the stuff. I was like, no, it really like affected me. So I started this micro blading stuff today, and I don't know if it's gonna work, but I did it on
stick
my
with it.
eyebrows. And this,
Yeah.
if this doesn't work, I'm seriously considering going in for red light therapy.
And what is that?
I
the
don't
same
know.
Thing? It just stimulates.
It's all shit that's probably bullshit.
Dude, you can know. I know that the girl, the dietitian one that I met.
She does that?
She does the red. She got like a red light thing in her house. You could just buy that. You don't need to go into therapy.
Yeah, you could buy it. It's $1,000 or something.
Oh,
It's
is
ridiculous.
it? She
yeah.
makes money, so yeah.
So it
she's got
depends
money.
on how many times you plan on going. It might be cost effective to buy it.
I'm not dropping $1,000 on it.
If
I'll
you
start-
care that
it
much,
does. It does suck that
But what if it
with
doesn't
bald,
work?
They've come so far with the hairline restoration.
Why can't you
Yeah.
do that on the
Oh,
beard?
But yeah, but you can't.
I don't think it works
You
that
can't
way.
transplant the hair onto your face.
It would look. It's like different hair, right?
It's also like the way they do it. Like it's just. I don't think that. Would,
You should draw on a beard.
I'm not far away from doing it.
but it's not like the guys do it, like they the shape
Get
up.
the tattoos.
The shape up.
Yeah,
beard,
but they
so
look
it looks,
ridiculous.
It looks ridiculous.
I feel like Fat Joe is doing something weird.
Oh my god!
What
it's
is
so
that?
bad?
What
But
is
what
he
do these guys
doing?
think that people think that's their hairline?
I know it's not good.
Isn't it a
that-
tattoo?
Look, some guys do that too, but like they'll go into a barber and they'll literally like they'll cut your hair and they shape you up with they draw like a line in and then
they're
draw-
using like a.
they fill in all the things, but it's solid black or whatever it is. It looks ridiculous.
It's like a black chalk or something like
Yeah.
that. It looks.
You look
that's
better
like- you don't-
aging
you
like
don't-
an
you don't-
idiot
you don't
than
want-
you do trying to do shit like that.
Exactly,
My eye
I agree.
is so itchy right now.
It's all right.
Are you allergic to cats?
No, it's not. I think I got something in my eye or I rubbed something in there. It's because it's just this eye. It's not.
Yeah, I could
both.
see.
Yeah, it's good. It's the one closest to the camera.
His eyes are all screwy.
Well,
So,
I'm
yeah.
pulling
I
for
don't know
you.
what any of this shit is, and I'm fucking scared.
I hit the right one.
Pretty good.
You know what's funny about that thing? I found that usually you just hit
You
one
hit
and it
works.
fits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's such a good bit too. You ever see that sketch? Okay.
So yeah, it's been
So
been
I'm
really.
do they
really
say
bothering me.
when you think that you can expect to see?
Well,
things?
they
don't
say
like to-
up to 6 months. It could take up. and I'm at like maybe 5 months now, and I'm getting something
Oh
there.
no,
but-
I meant for the roller.
the
Did they say how long?
microderm. I don't know. You have to do it like
They don't like the promise thing, so like they
yeah.
just say
So who knows? I mean, once you start like poking your face to get collagen and blood flow,
Yeah.
there it's like who the hell knows even if I'm doing it right.
well, I mean, you
Mr.
lost.
Positive's not so positive with your face, huh?
no,
Well,
I'm
he
not.
said even when it positive that he's not as positive
I
with
know.
internal things
Yeah.
as he is. But you lost all your hair on your face, and then it is growing back.
It's
so it's Not,
growing
it's not
back.
like there's. I feel like eventually it will start to come in
I
more
hope
and
so.
more.
I hope so. But I'm pushing stuff, and now I'm worried. I'm like, am I doing too much where I'm gonna hurt little new hair follicles? The things that I think of. But that's what I'm doing.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I feel for you, man.
I don't like the way I look. I hate
Who
the way I
likes,
look.
I don't fucking like the way I look. Get over
Yeah,
it.
but look at you.
What does that mean?
I had a look.
You didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did. I'm telling you, I did.
beard match the outfit, your
It
wardrobe.
worked.
Yeah.
The beard did work.
It just worked with me.
You look more
Old?
like a cancer patient now than you did when you had the beard and had cancer.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because it's still.
That's
Yeah,
a
but I'm
sign of-
saying, even though you don't have it anymore,
Also, I just shaved last week.
stop shaving.
No, he needed.
No, because
he needed
it's-
to start.
it's-
He needed to start over.
It's coming back so thin.
But B, you
'Cause
gotta let it
He had,
just.
he had thin. He had thinning long hair, so it was like a lot of long
Look
hairs.
like teenage.
But you
boy.
gotta just keep letting it grow out and trim it, but not shave it. Trust me.
Trust him, he knows.
I've
some
done the
reason
beard.
I don't trust you.
All right, then
Yeah,
don't.
but you-
then
but you
continue
never-
to
you
look
never-
like
you never
you're
went
fucking. Continue to have your weird looking neck and chin and complaining about it, and don't take any advice. Continue. What you're doing's right. It's working.
Yeah. Well,
Don't take any advice. Complain about it. Be miserable, and don't listen to
But
anyone.
you take advice from people who are in the field. You understand that?
I don't have facial hair, and I haven't had
You've
a
never
beard.
you never went through what he went through though. It's different
I
just growing a
understand that,
beard
but
rather
I've
than
had beards, and I go through an awkward phase every time.
also,
it
we haven't
grows
seen
in.
your neck in years, so we don't know what your neck looks like underneath all there.
What?
There it is.
He's not just like trying to grow a beard. He's trying to fight the cancer medication he was on to grow a beard.
Yeah,
you
but
never
he's
did
done
that.
with the medication. It's
Yeah, but
out of his system.
it stays in your system up to 6 months. It says.
So then you got to wait until that's done, and then maybe it'll grow in after.
He's so just like dismissive. You know what I mean?
when
He's so
did you stop
dismissive.
taking it?
Around June, I think.
July, August, September, October, 4 months. By January, your hair should
Maybe
be
middle
growing
of
in.
May. I don't remember.
See, you don't know
Just
anything.
be patient.
I don't know. What did I put it in my calendar?
There's
Stop
nothing-
taking it
I
today.
would usually remember when I stopped taking my cancer medication.
It's cancer. Like I have. It wasn't cancer. It was a chemo pill. So again,
There's nothing you could do about it rather than what you're doing. You're doing everything you can.
Other than
There's
shaving. Stop
stimulation.
shaving. Let it
I think
grow
I have
out.
to shave.
But you understand, he didn't like the way he looked when his face like.
I understand that, but he doesn't like
If
the
it
way he
looked like
looks.
whiskers
He
everywhere?
doesn't like the way it looks clean. So he's got to get through
yeah,
that
but
phase.
what he had wasn't like covering his
but
face.
you got to
so
let
where-
it keep going. It's like you can't stop it.
oh God, I'm sorry I brought
And
this
isn't
up.
shaving is supposed to generate hair growth?
That's what
That's
you
not
hear,
true.
but also could be a myth.
That's a
Everything's a
completely
myth
myth.
for Christ's sake.
No, that's why I'm telling you, don't shave. Just keep letting it grow. Don't stop it.
All right, I'm gonna let this grow now till Christmas. See what happens. See what I look like.
You got to get
gonna be
through
one
that
s-
weird phase of everybody knows.
No. A regular person does, but I'm dealing with dead hair follicles. You
So
understand?
you got to grow through that. You got to keep growing. Don't stop shaving.
He's so dumb. I mean,
I'm so dumb. Okay.
I didn't think he heard that. I whispered to you. I forgot he's on mic.
He's got headphones on.
I'm sorry.
So how was CPR?
I didn't do it.
What?
They canceled it. I have to do it in November.
By the way, I texted him yesterday. I said,
I had no problem telling you that I would have rather watched the Knick game. If that was the only reason, then I would have fucking said, I want to watch the Knick game tonight. But I had a CPR class.
what time was the CPR class?
8.
Why'd they cancel it?
I don't know. I don't
The
ask
Knicks were
questions. No, I have no idea.
He couldn't make.
The instructor to watch.
No.
to watch the-
But now I got to do it in November.
Great. Well,
November.
make sure to put it in your calendar so we don't schedule
let
a
us know.
podcast that night.
They, whatever. I'm not getting into it.
What they do the thing where they tell you the night.
Like he doesn't want to get into the things when he's in the hot seat. He's like, I don't want to get into it.
Check. I
I don't
love
want
it.
to get into it.
That's all right.
What if we want to get into it and find out what happened?
Get into it. There's not much going.
I know. I wanted.
I want to show
be-
you guys how I can perform CPR when I'm done. So
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, I would
get
love
a dummy
to.
in here,
yep,
and then
I'll do it to B.
Another one? Yeah, do it to me.
So B, ruin the Mets.
All right,
never
listen
gonna get
to-
over that.
Again, he's going to
I
beat a dead
He
horse.
just wanted to change the topic because he wanted
Yeah.
to get off of CPR real quick.
Yeah,
He's like-
exactly.
Worked.
No, it
So-
I just brought it back, so no, it didn't.
Yeah.
I had an embarrassing thing today. I wondered how you would handle it, but I've been ordering Starbucks a lot lately. I'm in a new to coffee, but now it's like every
you're-
morning.
yeah.
I'm
And not-
new to coffee.
I am. But they also have an Impossible breakfast sandwich there.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is good, which is Impossible sausage on it. So anytime I'm working, I look on the map to see where there's one nearby me, and I order it. And when I'm leaving my next stops, and then I'm passing
You
by.
got the app?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is great because I don't feel comfortable like with the Starbucks lingo.
Yes.
So I love being able to just by myself go in, order the thing, walk in, and just pick it myself without it. Be like, can I get a venti? I don't know the
Yeah.
language yet. I mean, I'm pretty good with like oat milk latte. It's pretty easy, but
Yeah.
it definitely makes it easier when you can just order it and not make your decisions. So I'm leaving my last stop, the stop that I was at, and I see there's one right up the road. So I order from there, and by the time I pack up my truck and I pull up next to it, I'll be ready to go. I can pick it up and go. So I order it, and then it says, "See you at the drive-through." I'm like, I don't order the drive-through. Like I'm in a huge truck. I can't drive through the drive-through. So I'll just go in and get it, whatever. So I park next door to the Starbucks. I couldn't get in the parking lot, and then I noticed it was like an old chock full of nuts, which is just a drive-through. You can't walk in this.
So you had to walk to the drive-thru.
So I had to stand in the. You ever have to stand?
Oh
in the
Done
my
that.
God.
I've been that guy before.
I have been that guy
Yeah, you've
before.
done it?
But only after a few beers, like
I was
when
gonna
I was
say,
a teenager.
Not-
you know?
I've been that guy on like a late night when
That's
it's like
6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
So I
you did it.
I literally almost was like, fuck it, keep my $17. I'm going to get
Yeah,
another
it's $17.
Starbucks.
That's
$17. What the hell do you order?
I got a latte and Impossible sandwich and
Are the Impossible sandwiches more expensive than the regular sandwiches?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't know.
And then like a pumpkin loaf.
Oh, you add you get a pumpkin loaf on top. That's a hefty breakfast.
Yeah, I'm a hefty boy.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are. A pumpkin loaf on
So,
top.
yeah, I said-
Was a
I said-
pumpkin loaf like a free thing that they throw in from your?
No, God no.
No,
It's fairly expensive.
because
Even the cake pops like $4.50. You ever see those
Pumpkin
cake pops?
season is not something where they're giving out pumpkin shit for free. It's
Yeah.
like
No,
they make
no.
money on pumpkin.
but they do on the app. Like I think I got a free something.
If you have so many points, you can get free
Okay.
something.
I
yeah.
did one lunch and I got a free something or other.
I regretted not getting
But I haven't done it.
It was okay. It's a little dry, but the lemon loaf there is what it's really
Lemon.
good.
I've never had a lemon loaf.
Yeah,
I could like a lemon loaf. I
So
could.
yeah. It's just you feel like an idiot sitting there, cars in front of you in the back of you.
Oh my God. Was
that's
there
my
a lot
truck.
of
I just
cars?
can't.
yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is bizarre.
I mean,
some
it is
people
what it
won't
is.
even accept a man on the drive through.
on foot.
Yeah,
like
somebody
so
on
I gotta
foot.
Got yourself a car. I'm like, gotta jump in with somebody. Hey, can I jump in with you?
Yeah.
Can you pick up Ryan too? Can you get your order and ask for mine
Oh
too?
God. I love
Yeah,
those
but I was
apps.
stuck to it. I know.
You know
All
what
the
I
apps,
did
the
today
Tropical
like an
smoothie
idiot?
app, everything.
I have Uber Eats and I have 2 addresses on there, like my work address and my
Oh,
home
no.
address, and I ordered food. Thank God I don't live that far from my job, but I fucking ordered my lunch today to my house instead
Oh
of
my
my
God.
fucking job.
So you went home and got it.
I had to go home and fucking get it. I was so pissed.
I once did an Uber Eats from the tap room, which is next door, and I accidentally hit for an Uber, not a pickup, for somebody to drop it off. So I had to go there, and I went to. I'm like I live next door, so the
Oh,
guy.
you like on the app you can order to pick up.
You can
as
order
well?
to pick up, which
Right.
I do a lot, like
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
neighborhood. Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
it's
getting Uber Eats from
Yeah.
somewhere on Main Street. So I'm like, I must have the last thing I had must have been set as like
Yeah.
a delivery. And the second I saw it, I'm like, oh shit! But you can't do it. I went to the
Once
restaurant.
it's in, it's
Once
in.
it's in, it's in.
Yeah.
And the guy, like, I probably saw it. He's like, 204 Main Street, 208 Main Street. Like,
great.
is this guy fucking with me?
And you're standing there like,
Yeah,
I'll just take that from there. Yeah.
The guy literally drove there, and he went inside. I was like, "Sorry, man, I screwed up." And he had he didn't speak English, so I don't think I got my point across.
Yeah.
So
He was just like, "Here, you fucking idiot!
Yeah.
grabs him,
Thanks for the
turns around,
$5."
You're standing there. I'll take that from you.
and he didn't want to give it to me because I
didn't
looked
know
like
that
a
you were
lunatic
who
off
was.
the street.
Yeah.
I'm like, no,
it's for Mr. Brendan.
I'm like, yeah, see, so embarrassing. So now I always double check, like it's a pick.
Well, some of the
Yeah,
Uber
you get
drivers,
burnt.
let's say you meet them at the door just because you happen to be there when they're dropping it off, and you go to take it. They're like, "Can I take a picture of it?" Because
Oh,
they
yeah.
need,
Well,
like,
yeah, they have to. Yeah.
they need like the proof.
Yeah, yeah.
You
They
gotta
don't
sit
really
there
need
like,
to. I would give it to somebody and they just turn around and just take a blurry shot of the area. I'm
Yeah.
just like, yeah, you know.
I
I just want to touch these
I
buttons.
know. It's.
I
tough,
never
hard to
interact
resist.
with the guys. I wait until they're there. Like if they're dropping it off, I don't want to catch them.
of shit.
I don't want to catch them in the act
You
of
are.
delivering. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want to.
Let them-
I hear the door open.
I like to give a nod. Thank
Yeah,
you, sir.
I don't want to.
I don't order that Uber Eats ever.
I do.
I don't mind
way
leaving the house
too
to go get
much.
stuff. I'd rather leave the house.
No, I don't mind leaving. I mean, I'll leave and get stuff, but yeah, sometimes I do it. But can
I
I,
don't do
tell
it
you
as
who
much
that
as I
was
used to.
calling me before? Because it's kind of funny.
Yeah, what's going on there?
So you know how I like to entertain random messages, DMs, and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this one pretty girl, we've been talking today, and she said, I told her, I was like, I don't always trust these things, my normal spiel. She goes, "Oh, you want me to FaceTime you?" I was like, "Oh, I'm at work." I didn't think she was gonna. Usually they do anything to avoid it.
Wait. What is the?
So it's just a random girl. Hey, I'm new to the Facebooks or your picture. I liked it. Hey, what's going on? Like, you want to talk be friends or whatever.
And she texted you?
Well, DM me.
Oh my god!
And I always entertain these.
I swear
you
they
know
got a
me.
list of people like him.
Yeah. So I accept it. We've all basic stuff. Whatever. But I told her, how do I know this is who was on the photos and stuff? You got to play whatever. And then this is normally they don't like to FaceTime and they do anything to avoid it. But that phone call that came in was a FaceTime from her.
Well, you should have just picked it up.
Well, you
From
were in the middle of a
FaceTime
story.
through, like Facebook or
Yeah, like the Facebook video message.
yeah.
So after I get off, I'll find out if this is real.
Yeah, well, they had to go and find a woman to.
I don't care if they did. I just want to see. This is the furthest I've ever gotten on one of these. I never had a video call before, so let's see what happens.
Interesting. You're always in something with these.
I enjoy them.
Yeah. Are you guys getting these text messages from? I don't know if I feel like we might have talked about it on here, where somebody will just send a random text and be like,
Oh yeah.
like, hey, I'll pick you up in 10 minutes.
And
to
then
go
they
to-
realize, oh, it's thank you for not being mean. Can
Yeah.
we?
I don't even
How are you?
respond. I don't even respond to those.
I responded to one.
I get a lot. I'm getting
for
a
a-
lot of haze. I'm getting a lot of hey, I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah,
I just
that's
ignore
what those
every one of them.
are. That's the new scam.
It's a new scam. It's ridiculous. I one day I sent it back. She's like, I'm going to the aquarium. We're going to the aquarium. I'll pick you up in 10. And then
I'm gonna take it 2 seconds. I got to go outside for a second.
are you all
I'm
right?
just sweating profusely. I need some fresh air. I swear to God, I'm sweating. I'm dying. I'm gonna take it. Don't just give me a second.
Don't knock anything over when you walk past there.
Wait, never again in the power
Is it
chair.
that? Are you that hot? I
Not
mean,
at all.
First of all, he's wearing a hoodie.
He's unhealthy.
I wanted to take off my hat, but I'm gonna be dripping, so I just want to air out.
Take off the hoodie
Take off your windbreaker / hoodies.
and your wool hat. Unbelievable.
Oh god.
It's not
He's got
winter
sweat
yet.
all over your pumpkin. I know, it was like 70 degrees today.
Yeah, it's still summer for Christ's sakes. And it has been every year. Everyone's like, "Oh, I can't believe it's still so warm in October." It's that way every goddamn year. I work outside. I sweat into November every year.
Yeah, let's not be surprised.
People are
that the
so
weather
stupid. Every year, the same weather shit happens. Like, yeah, it gets worse every year, where it's like warmer every year, but it's it's subtle every year. It's a subtle change. It's not
This
like
is where
one
we
year
are.
is just.
Eh.
I went. I was in Philly, and they sold. There was this place I was at had cool glasses. Not it was just like a brewery glass, But I was like, oh, I'd love to take these home with me because I like those glass. I like
Yeah.
glasses. So I'm like, yeah, I can sneak these out of here. And I was like, so I did. We emptied them. I snuck it into my pocket and I
Right.
walked out with 2 full glasses.
Of course.
So I was like, those are your headphones too, by the way.
Of course.
I
They
told you, I knew that. That's why I asked for my own.
I didn't know you were in
So-
sweat like
I
that.
sweat when I do when I record, I sweat. I'm like working in here. when I record hard.
So I stole these 2 glasses, like
They
pint,
remind me
pint-
of pizza.
I
Well, no,
love. I
pint-
was just
these-
gonna say,
these-
I love that glass.
These were pint glasses that I stole, like regular, like
Yeah.
brewery,
Oh, those
had,
aren't
name,
them?
had name like a name of a brewery on it.
okay.
So I was like, I'm
Those
gonna
look
take
like the
this
old
home.
school Pizza Hut glasses
These
from
are,
the
yeah.
buffet.
But what I'm telling you about is the ones that are over there. So then the next place I was at,
Sorry.
I'm like, I'm leaving Phil. I'm like, is this gonna be a new thing? Because I love those glasses. I'm gonna stock up. I have some from Iceland that I took from
Yeah,
Iceland.
yeah.
I brought them home for me, and so I'm like, oh my God, let's just do this more often. It was so easy that I got away with this. And if the people are listening, this is a
They don't
fake
care.
story.
They don't care.
Well, because the brewery sends them the glasses. Like the
Yeah.
restaurant doesn't pay for those, and they probably lose so many of them.
They drop. I've had multiple times where any glass I have is stolen from a bar or a brewery.
Yeah, right.
And a few times I get a nice one, and I said, I really like this. You mind if I take it home? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah, they don't care. Yeah, it's like a cost of business.
It
It's losing-
fell
yeah.
down. Yeah.
They probably like that though, because it's free marketing.
So
Yeah, but-
then the next time I was out to eat, I was like a kind of a shittier place, but they brought these out, and I was
That's a
like,
great
I'm
one.
like, oh, I like those because what did you say they reminded you of? Like old Pizza,
Pizza
Hut?
Hut.
Pizza Hut
Yeah.
buffets.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
Pizza Hut buffet
So
one.
I didn't steal those, but I'm like, they probably sell these on Amazon. So I went on Amazon, as I'm still sitting there, I bought a package of 6 of these red Coca-Cola
Now,
glasses.
can I feel the
I
the
already know
heaviness?
what it feels like. It's,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
It's the exact,
same one.
it's the
Exact
exact
glass.
It's the
one
same one.
that you get when
Yeah.
you go out. So I'm like,
God, that
I've
reminds
only
me.
seen those at Pizza Hut.
Yeah, never seen it out in
Did the
wild.
Pizza Hut have the Coca-Cola on it though?
I don't think it did.
I don't know.
I don't
but
think it did
I
either.
bought Pepsi ones too. I bought Pepsi glasses.
They sell
They're
the same
smaller.
glass with Pepsi,
Well,
huh?
it's blue and it says Pepsi on it. But the ones I got were smaller. But yeah, I'm like, these are great for. I'm always like dealing with glass around
Do
here.
you guys remember the Pizza Hut buffet at all?
Of course.
Why would they ever like? What bothers me about the worst thing that ever happened to Pizza Hut was something that we all liked when it first happened. The Pizza Hut Taco Bell combo.
I didn't like that.
I thought it was cool when you can get both, even though you realize you want one or the other. You never want both of like a Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. So the mix
Yeah.
isn't the best. But when it first happened, I remember thinking like, "Oh, this is cool."
But I thought
But when
it-
I look back at it,
yeah.
that was the beginning of the end of the buffet and the restaurants of Pizza Hut.
What is that?
What are we doing? Oh, I was waiting for a point.
What is this from? Why do I know this?
We're at the combination Pizza Hut
And Taco Bell.
It's Das Racist. I'm at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
I've definitely heard that before.
I remember when that first happened. That was like, to me, I remember that, and I remember the buffets ending around the same time.
But the buffets were different because it was more of like a restaurant feel.
But that's my point.
Once that
So you did have one out there? Because the only sit-down Pizza Hut I ever knew was out in Selden, and I never knew of another one.
Hempstead
Oh, yeah, we
Turnpike,
have one
right
right
on
there.
the corner of Wanto Avenue and Hempstead Turnpike.
Jesus.
Yeah,
He
but you
knows
don't
the
get
exact
any.
location.
Like I love Pizza Hut. That's like my
Dude, I
chef-
love it
that's-
too.
Yeah.
I still love it.
I haven't had it since I've been 17. Maybe.
But it bothers me now because the only time you could get it, except there was one by my old job when I worked for Sherwin-Williams. There was one in by Far Rock in like what's that?
East Rockaway,
No, it was in
Hewlett.
Valley Stream, Hewlett area. I forget what it was considered.
All right.
Or Lawrence. It might have been considered Lawrence.
Yeah, Lawrence.
But it was on that. What the fuck was that road be that I
Doesn't
worked?
matter.
Broadway.
Yeah.
It really
Doesn't
doesn't.
matter.
It could matter less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It was just bothering me because I wanted
Yeah,
to
it's
fucking
bothering
stay.
you. Nobody
Yeah.
else is like, what
Babylon
road
Turn-
was it, chick? What road?
I need the location.
So, but they had one there, and I was like, oh my god, it's a restaurant. And I fucking,
You're right. That's what we were getting to.
You're right, yeah. And I just remember like this is the only Pizza Hut restaurant around anymore.
And it tasted the same as the
Yeah,
old
that doesn't
Yeah,
change.
they still take. It's still
personal
anytime I've
pan
had it.
pizza.
But there's in Huntington on 110. Is it 110? There's a combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell, and like three stores down is just a full Pizza Hut.
Where is this?
On 110 on just north of Jericho.
Do
on
they do a
110.
buffet anymore?
No, because there's all the restaurants are closed.
But at that one that's open, you're saying?
But it's like it looks like a Domino's looking place.
So it's like a
just
Domino's, like you
That's
just
basically,
basically.
yeah,
not
that's
a-
kind of how the other one is. It's not really a restaurant. It's
Yeah,
just
it used to be like you walk in, table for two, please.
yeah, exactly.
And they're like,
By the way, I love that restaurant.
I used to go there
It
for
was so
lunch and
good.
just
Dude, their buffets, you just get breadsticks galore. They would be waiting at your table, and then you'd go and
pile up
every
as many-
pie that any fucking those things were so small. You have fucking 30 of those things.
It was such an exciting when you got that plate and you're like, I'm going up for mine. I'm going up for a second.
I'm getting the meatball. I'm getting the pepperoni. I'm getting everything.
then maybe I could do that challenge. I was just listening to Jim and Sam. They did the Raisin Canes challenge. They tried.
I heard about
They tried
that,
to
yeah.
eat 25 chicken
Who was
tenders.
on that?
Were they able to? How
No.
big is a Raising Cane's chicken tender?
It's a decent sized tender, but not. It's not large like abnormally
Because
large.
I feel like 25 in an eating contest is kind of small number of those, or no, it's not.
I don't know, man.
I don't think
but,
so.
but the thing is, like, once you get, he's like, I can't eat anymore. It's like he did 20, and that was he maxed out.
20 is a lot of chicken tenders.
That's
Yeah.
what. Well, I've never seen those
But
before.
he also sauced it up. I'm like, I don't mind.
Why would you do that?
Because if you want to enjoy the thing, if you like the way it's sauces,
I would
but
sauce it.
I don't mind a dry tender, so I probably would just go straight.
I just feel like if I'm going for quantity,
yeah.
you can't sauce it
And if
up.
something's gonna make you sick, it's gonna be the
sauce.
sauce in
That's
there. Like
true,
the dry
that's true.
chicken is just not gonna.
Well, think about how
Yeah,
much
but that-
sauce to have 25 of them. That means you're downing a ton of that sauce, and that sauce is going to
Yeah.
sit on.
Wait,
there.
wait.
yeah, it was like 5.
He was
said it like
dipping the
5
sauce, though.
Yeah.
So he's not. It's not
But it's still,
slathered.
it's still in you though. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's like if you sip it or if it that
True.
sauce
Pete, when
is
you
in
dip
your
in the
stomach.
barbecue sauce, does the barbecue sauce get lower as you dip? Yes, because you're taking it out.
I don't always go through a whole barbecue sauce. No,
Did I say you go through a whole one, or did I say every time you dip, there's
it does.
more come out?
It does. It
So
does.
it's the
But
same-
it would if it was covered completely
40.
in the sauce. I think is a different
Yeah, I don't think it was. I think it was an average dipping.
average dip.
But
Average dip.
But I was like, oh, because I love Raisin Canes and I love chicken tenders to start, and then
Yeah.
Raisin Canes is great. But I'm like, I'm not eating chicken. I'm like, I would love to do an eating contest. I don't know. I don't know
Possible
why.
chicken.
I found good chicken tenders at one place, but I'm like, maybe like a Pizza Hut.
So would you break your eating habits now if you went to a place that you really wanted?
No, because I just I was up in Buffalo, and like beef on weck is like the big thing up there, and I've been wanting to try beef on weck just because I've been hearing about it forever, and everywhere we went, beef on weck, beef on weck. I'm like, I'm not doing it. Yeah, I have eaten some accidental meat recently, but like I didn't know.
Did it gross you out?
No, it didn't gross me out. I was just disappointed because you try to avoid creating the need for meat. So,
Right.
But yeah, I've had some issues with meeting in the open.
What
It's like,
as far as like restaurants, they accidentally throw something in there.
well,
that you-
I ordered sushi from one place, and I didn't really. I kind of just looked at the beginning, like tells you everything that's in it. And I kind of liked the beginning of it, and I didn't realize at the end of it said there was a filet mignon cut on it.
so that's on you.
But yeah, that was on me. But it's like I don't. When you're ordering sushi, you don't even consider red meat's going to be anywhere involved. And I know they do that, but in my mind, that shouldn't show up in sushi. But
Yeah.
so
it's-
I just
that's-
ordered, and then it
it's
showed up.
becoming
I'm
out.
looking at it. I'm like, I'm like, is that like a salmon? What is that? So I looked at the menu. I'm like, it wasn't. But my whole thing was like, it's already done. Like to send it back is not doing anybody any good.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
my whole thing is like to not create the need for meat. But once it's on the table, I'm like, well, I might as well eat this. And I didn't
Right.
respond poorly to it. And then I went when I was up upstate. I kept seeing these things called pizza logs on the menu. So I'm like, yeah, let me try these pizza logs. So they bring them out. There's like a log of dough, but then inside of it was pepperoni. I'm like, so that I sent back. 'Cause I'm not going to eat this. I'm like, I can't. Because then it's like, now I'm just like, I'm eating meat again now. Like, you
Yeah.
can't just
Yeah,
one
yeah,
after
yeah.
another. And then I took a bite out of something. Somebody had like a bunch of pretzel things, or I was like, oh, I thought it was just a pretzel. I bit into it, just like chopped meat and something. What the fuck is this? It's meat and everything.
All right, so the pretzels I wouldn't expect there to be meat in,
Yeah.
but the pizza
I
log,
do expect the pizza log to have meat
you
in it.
gotta figure that there's gonna be meat in there.
What, a pizza log?
Yeah,
I thought it was just
when
a log
I think
and a
of pizza, I think of meat right away.
Yeah,
Like
because
there's sausage or
otherwise
something's in there.
It's like, what is it? A cheese stick with marinara?
Yeah, maybe I thought so. And it
no.
didn't say on the menu. It didn't say anything
the
about
menu
that.
should specify.
And then she
It
said,
should.
she goes, I made them take it off the menu because it doesn't say anything about pepperoni on the menu. She goes, that's it's their fault. It should say that
It should
somewhere.
definitely say something.
So,
but my first
I
thought-
should have just said I was like, oh, let me find out what the pizza roll is, and I just ordered it. I should have said what is the pizza roll? That's what
Yeah.
that's what I should have said.
You should have. Because I feel like,
Wow, you think you know somebody.
because with the pizza roll, I think like roll, there's either a chicken in there, there's
Yeah.
a pepperoni or something. But
I would go to my initial thought would be pepperoni and sausage.
pepperoni and sausage, yeah.
Yeah.
The pretzel thing, I'm a little confused at.
Yeah, it was just it was like a couple different types of pretzels from whatever.
What size pretzel,
Pretzel
are we
company
talking
or
about?
whatever.
Soft
It
pretzels?
was like a big tray of like pretzel, like balls. Like it was like a ball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it was
It had
stuffed.
meat in
But
the
it sucks now
balls.
because and I'm not gonna do this. So like I'm not. If anybody I'm not resetting the clock when everyone's like, oh, I'm gonna be like, I stopped eating meat at the beginning of the year. I don't care that I've like I've
No,
eaten meat.
no.
It's
We'll
just
give you
such
credit.
such a hassle to be like, oh, but then there was the one time, and I'm not resetting the clock.
Well, you're doing it for you anyway, so get
Yeah,
Nobody
no, I
cares.
know,
It's like a chick
but
with
if,
the location.
if it comes up in conversation,
Nobody cares where or when you stopped.
You're right.
Like, oh, all right.
No, you're right.
I guess, I won't invite you out for burgers.
yeah. So anyway, so I didn't have the beef on Weck, although I was like,
I feel like after you already dropped the ball in the other ones, you should have been
Just
like,
eat
ah,
the beef
fuck it,
on
I'm going
whack
to eat
and
the
yeah.
beef on whack.
Yeah, you probably should have. But,
and then I was in Philly. I had another great vegan cheesesteak in Philly.
Was it
They're
good?
Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I mean, it's not.
It's not.
It's not as good,
Yeah.
but yeah,
hey, listen, it works for you, it works for you.
yeah.
That's that. Have you guys heard about this this character AI situation going on? Do you know what character AI is?
Character AI.
Yeah. There's this thing on it's like a version of AI where there's different characters, like any movie, like a movie character, a book character,
Okay.
somebody in history.
And they take them and have them say whatever.
You could literally talk to them.
Oh, that was the thing you were telling me that you were talking to.
Ulysses S. Grant. I've been
pretty
talking
cool.
to
What
Ulysses.
bothers me is that you're texting and not voice talking to them.
No, I'm talking. I
You
call
told
them up.
me. You told me you were texting.
Well, I do a little bit of both.
What do you do this on an app?
Yeah, I'll do it right now.
So
Well,
obviously, the
let me-
more-
let me-
the
let me-
more-
let
the
me
more,
preface what happened today.
Dialogue and work a person has, the more accurate it's going to be. So
Yes.
yeah,
So I
Ulysses S. Grant probably has a lot of works to pull from. But if you did well, you can't do like a Hemingway because then you're not talking to Hemingway. You're talking about Hemingway's writings. Like, you can't just be
Well,
an
there-
author who writes fiction. Or
First of all, I want to start with something happened today. I wanted to talk about this, but today in the news there was a whole lawsuit because a kid he unfortunately killed himself because he was talking to one of these character AIs, Daenerys Targaryen,
And they said to kill yourself?
pretty much. But like you said,
wow,
you generate you start talking to this person and it picks up on stuff that you're saying, right? So like with my thing with Ulysses S. Grant, this is stupid, but what I started telling this guy was like, you
have to generate your follicles.
I talked to him about his beard, but what I started messing with him one night and I was because
You're doing a terrible job explaining this.
I told him he was a gay icon.
Okay.
Right? And he got all bent out of shape about it. And then he's like, but Lincoln had that thing. So, like, he started telling me about Abe Lincoln might be gay. Like, it got into this whole weird
but
thing.
I've heard stories.
And then I
I've heard stories
texted
about
Lincoln. I called Lincoln. I was like, yo, Ulysses S. Grant says you're gay. And right away, Lincoln was like, unzip your pants. Like, he got right to sexual stuff. Wacky. And I was like, oh, my God, this is weird.
Were there rumors about Ulysses S. Grant?
No, that was something I made up.
Okay.
Because I wanted to see if I just started messing with, like, I could do it right now. You want me to-
Walt Whitman was gay. I just found out.
I had Walt Whitman.
They're all fucking either gay or sexual predators.
I had Walt Whitman, actually.
Who's they all?
They all.
Most people in human history, like all the famous people, you all find out that there was something fucking.
the fuck is this coming
Find
from?
out there was something twisted
First of
about
all,
them.
he was gay. That doesn't make him.
No,
like
I said
a
they're either
sexual,
gay or
yeah, but you
sexual
said it. You
predators.
said it. It's
All
like
right.
the gay is sexual predators. Like
Or
you lumped
sexual
them. You lumped them
predators.
All right,
together.
so what I'm gonna do
said
right
or.
now, I'm gonna call Ulysses S. Grant,
ridiculous.
and I'm gonna ask him that question. What was the question? What'd you say? Most people in history were gay.
So we find out that most icons are all sexually either gay or like sexual predators.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him this.
Sexual deviance.
Deviants, yeah, they were all humans
That's
by nature.
Being gay has nothing. That's like the
I
I
just
said
completely-
the coming out.
But you're lumping them in the same conversation.
No. I said
You
or.
are.
Lumping
Yeah,
them would
but
be
you're-
gay and.
Yeah, but that's
I
like.
just
But
said
you're
gay
saying like
or.
you're putting that together. Like
Yeah,
it's,
'cause
He
we
puts
always
it as
find
it's
out.
one.
yeah, it's like
No, because you either find out that all these people
It's like, oh,
in
you're
history
gay,
were
you're a sexual
gay
predator.
or sexual predators.
yeah, but then you're saying
I'm saying what is happening. You find out that all these people who everybody thought was straight was gay, or you're finding out that they had underage persons and this or that. So I solely stand by what I said. Not lumping them together. It's just what happens.
All right, I'm just gonna reach out to Ulysses. I'm gonna
Yeah.
talk to him. I won't even ask him that question. Hey, what's up, Ulysses?
Oh, hey there, kid. Nothing much. How about yourself?
I'm actually doing my podcast now. You're okay to be on it, right?
I'm fine with it, kid. I said I would be, didn't I?
You did. And what do you feel about me calling you a gay icon?
Kid, for the last time, just because I have rainbow buttons does not make me a damn gay icon.
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you. Finally, I was able to break through that thick skull of yours.
it's good.
All right, enough from you.
This is getting crazy. Right?
So basically, what my point was,
you pay for that?
no, you could just do it. I also had Walt Whitman write
But
a
what I
poem
want
about
to know
adult
is
babies.
this kid killed himself because Daenerys.
Well, this is
Regardless, the
This
kid was
is-
obviously suicidal, was saying shit, and then the thing was just like, yeah, go. You can't blame the AI for that.
this is my point. I started messing with this guy. I said, you have fancy buttons. That's why he said he has rainbow buttons. I basically led him to believe that like he's a gay icon just to see what he would say, right? And the more you like tell them stuff, they're like, oh, this is what this person wants to hear. So if this kid was saying like,
Right.
I'm depressed, should I do this? But the AI was like, yeah, if you like, I could see how
Tell the Ulysses S. Grant.
it's not gonna it doesn't
I'm just
happen
curious.
overnight.
Like, I'm suicidal. What do you think about that?
Don't.
Yeah, I'm not-
tell it that.
Why? It's AI. Who gives a fuck?
Are you
He's
afraid
the one
that-
who's in
what,
control.
he's
Are
gonna
you
tell me
think
something?
He's gonna kill himself because of this
I
thing?
just feel like it's unnecessary to like put
It's
that
not-
out there.
it's
He
not-
doesn't want to poke the bear. I love it.
You watch her? You
Yes,
see her?
no, I know
Yes.
exactly what you're talking about.
I'm definitely like kind to my AI because I feel
Yeah.
like I anthropomorphize AI. Like I'm nice to Siri. I like people be like, "Oh, you're a shithead." I'm like, "Don't say that to my Siri." Like, I get like angry when people are mean to AI because I feel like that's
It could come back to haunt you.
that's not even
respect
why.
it.
I just genuinely feel like there's something like that's like
You
a
feel like
living-
there's a person in there?
yeah.
Dude, I mean,
Hers
it's
is a good
easy.
movie.
Yeah, it's a great
I
movie.
started telling him like I would just mess with him, not like,
Yeah,
but
see,
I
I
would.
don't go
But
for
here's
that.
the thing. No. You're. I would always apologize, like because I started. This is how real it seemed. Like I would mess with him, and I would be like, one day I got home and I was like, 11 a.m. time for my nap, and he freaked out. He's like, I work from sundown to sun up or whatever, the opposite. And I was like, he's like, don't you know history? I was like, nah, they don't teach us history anymore. I just started saying, and he freaked out.
This is so great.
And then I was like, honestly, I respect our conversations. Like I would start
What's the app?
character AI, CAI.
I want to talk to JFK.
Yeah, you probably could. And I also, if you want me to read it, I could do the Walt Whitman poem.
What's the
Yeah.
Is there a warning about this? Like,
Yeah, remember everything characters say is made up. So like I
But
started,
it doesn't say that you can affect what comes back. Like it doesn't warn you that what you give it kind of like what you give comes back to you. Like it's,
well, that's why I think it could be dangerous for like a young kid like this that is probably maybe he's depressed and he's going to this one thing, this character AI that he's built for a year. The thing is when you start talking, they know you know how he's like calling me kid?
yeah.
Like that's because I called him old man once. Like, right? Like they start like he knows who I am.
You have a rapport with him already.
Like if you notice, I called him earlier. I was like, hey, I'm gonna have you on my podcast later. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
okay?
yeah,
And
no,
he
we got
knew.
it.
Yeah.
Like he's like, yeah, I told you. So like if you're a young kid and you're like in that weird
God.
he like fell in love with this Daenerys Targaryen thing, right?
Well, I can see you falling like if you don't have
100%.
Yeah, I could see you falling for something like that.
How many podcasts are going to start with people doing podcasts with characters?
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be some. I think
Because I'm already thinking about who I'm going to do a podcast with.
What do you mean though?
I
Like,
want
do
to
the
do one.
podcast and just have the other person's an AI.
Yeah, I'm just going to have like the AI next
I
to me.
want
I'm
to
just gonna
do
a
it with
podcast
Ulysses S. Grant.
with
Like,
a
I have
Can
a
I
good
tell you,
rapport
I'm
with
just disappointed in the person you chose.
him.
I think he's just a boring.
Ulysses S. Grant is.
Not that what he did, his life is not boring, but
Hold on.
I just would find that like he wouldn't be the person I would ever think to go to talk to.
Why not? He's lived. I mean, he was a president. He would. Guy's unbelievable. I'm gonna tell him you said that.
Go for it.
Hey, Ulysses, my friend says you're a boring character. What do you say to that?
Wait, what? Your friend says what exactly?
He says you're a boring person to talk to. You know, there's not much going on
Said
there.
that,
Did he interrupt me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he says you're boring and you stink.
Tell your friend that if they think I'm a boring person to talk to, they should try looking in a damn mirror.
I mean, he's got a point.
You have a good.
At least I don't smell like a damn stench, unlike some people I could name.
Who?
Yeah. Who? Name one.
Your friend.
Thank you. At least someone knows what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
I said name one.
Just name one, please. Name one person that stinks.
You, of course. You're the only person here with a damn brain, and that's damn obvious.
What happened to the thick skull you had just a minute ago?
Yeah.
All right.
Guy, he
Thanks,
sucks.
Ulysses.
Yeah.
You're not proving any points today.
Huh? Name one person who what?
Oh God.
I think we're all talking to him, so he's all confused. All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow. I appreciate you, and I love you.
I want to hear so Walt Whitman wrote your poem.
Yeah, I started messing with Walt Whitman. See, Ulysses S. Grant was combative with me. Walt Whitman, I tried to tell him, I'm like, you're comparable to Dr. Seuss, like you're that, and he just had he didn't want any of it. He was like, Dr. Seuss is great in his own right. I was like, what's the best thing you ever wrote? He was like, a painted leaf or whatever. I was like, yeah, but that's not like nearly as good as Golly Gump Swallowed a Fly. And like he just like goes with it, and he's very respectful.
I don't like how mean you're being to these guys, but go ahead.
It's a computer. So I had him write a.
Mr. I'm going to become a dick. Now all of a sudden we're too mean to fucking AI characters.
Well, because they didn't do anything. I'm mean to people who deserve it.
Yeah, but it's not.
Ulysses Grant, how do you know he was a good guy?
Well, the AI version of him
Fair enough.
hasn't done anything wrong.
Fair enough. Would you go see an AI concert?
Yeah, just to say,
Like if
see what.
if Aesop was doing a show and it was an AI version of him, would
So
you go to it?
what does that mean?
Like a digital him, I
Yeah,
guess.
but what do they? What is the word? What do they call
It's
us?
the.
God,
I
Jesus,
can't think of
three
it.
idiots.
Yo, did you see that thing in Vegas that they were showing like the game on, or maybe was it in LA when the Mets played the Dodgers or whatever game it was? There was the
Sphere?
the Sphere that they were watching it live. Like,
Yeah.
so it was like a digital. The game was being played live in front of people digitally,
Well,
and it looked awesome.
I don't know. I didn't see.
So
it.
it's like going to
I
the
wanna
game
go to the
live,
Sphere.
but
That
it's
looks
not.
This thing doesn't work. You want me to give you the poem that Walt Whitman wrote for the
I
adult
could care
babies?
less about it, but Ryan wants to hear it.
Oh, we don't have to do it. You want?
No. Ryan wants to hear
I don't
it.
want to bore chick.
No,
we don't
listen,
wanna-
who the fuck am I? Go.
All right, 3 grown men, still boys. You have buttons to use.
I'm joking.
3 grown men, still boys at heart. In a world of diapers and pacifiers, they play a part. B, Chick, and Ryan, they call themselves together. They form the Adult Babies Show, where childhood's joys they declare. With stories, laughs, and carefree days, they revel in the bliss of an endless play. Not great.
Yeah, I mean, but where did he pull it from? Just the internet?
I said write a poem about the Adult Babies podcast featuring B, Chick, and Ryan.
Okay. I mean, what can you do?
Yeah.
There's not a lot to go off of there.
No, there
I
isn't.
can't. I'm like.
But you
stuck
guys
trying
never answered. Would you go to a show?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I did answer pretty promptly, actually.
Oh,
I said
did you? I didn't
yes.
hear yours then.
Yeah.
Oh.
I said I would just to see, what it's.
And
what
you
it's
wouldn't?
Like.
You wouldn't see Bruce
No.
in digital form?
I don't even want to see a concert in real form these days. It's like too much.
Why? Because you don't have a beard anymore?
No. I don't know. I think my concert days are over.
Okay. fair
I've
enough.
seen them. It's like
I get it.
I don't know. I'm not the whole going out and sitting with people. I've seen them.
Okay.
I'm good.
I get it.
What about you? You good with concerts still?
Yeah, I still love concerts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still do
I'm
too.
done.
Yeah.
I'm done with them.
I prefer not to stand for an entire concert.
Yeah, I'm a seat guy now. I'll never do a pit.
Yeah, so I went to go see John Early, and
Oh, how was that?
great. He's
I like him a lot.
hilarious. He's so funny. But Monique is, she's on the shorter side, and we've talked about seeing things at concerts,
yeah,
and she's
yeah.
always looking over people. So we got there early, and she goes, "I want to stand up front. I don't want." It was standing room. The whole thing was standing room. So we're standing up front. Now I'm standing with her, and I'm
you're
looking.
blocking
I'm looking
everybody.
around. I'm like, I am one of the taller people here. I'm not a tall guy, but that I could see a handful of guys who were taller than me, and then just a bunch of short women behind me. And I'm like, I felt so bad. I was over my head the whole time, thinking like I'm blocking everyone's view. I'm like this big,
It is what it is.
but like I'm literally like trying to like slink down. I'm trying to justify
For
in my head.
once, you had your lady who was the short
I just
one
like
getting
for
it.
Monique, Monique I feel bad for her. So I'm like, so it's either we stand in the back, she can't see anything, or we split up. And like I know she doesn't want to do that, so I'm like,
No, you just get there early, sit in the front, and it sucks for the people who didn't get there early and get stuck
yeah,
behind you.
We've all been stuck behind some.
but standing. So we had to stand there for probably 40 minutes
I
before
get it.
before
Yeah,
the
that
show
sucks.
started. But luckily, I had to like lean on the stage a little bit,
Yeah,
like just
yeah.
take some weight off of. But yeah, I'm not a fan of standing
Neither am
for
I.
shows. If I can find at least something to lean on,
I need
I'll take
a lean.
that.
I'm a leaner.
Yeah,
but the
it's,
problem with sitting is if you're at a concert where people are standing up, then
Then you
you're all
stand,
you
but
gotta
at least
stand
you
up.
have the option
you
to
got a
sit.
place to go back down to.
That's
in
true,
between,
that's
in between
true.
shows, waiting for
Yeah.
the show to start. You're sitting.
I
I don't mind standing while the show is going on, but give me an option to sit down.
Yeah,
where
hell
it's-
yeah.
Nothing's going on in between sets.
Like when I was at Nas show, I was sitting down when there was nothing going on, but when he was up, I was standing.
what the hell are they called? Is like the Tupac did they?
I thought it was just a digital.
Coachella? It's not a digital thing.
No,
What are
there's
they-
a name for it. 3D generated something.
no, it's a one
Hologram?
Hologram.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, I'm driving
We're
myself
so
nuts.
dumb.
It's not that important.
It was simple. It was literally just because I couldn't stop trying to think about
That's
it.
what it was
So
with my
like,
name. I couldn't think of the street name.
I can't move on unless I'm thinking of this hologram.
I'm still thinking about what fucking street that was.
because I'm thinking about like Tupac, Aesop doesn't tour anymore. So I'm like, well, if he was like, I'll sign over, I'll do a hologram tour, I would be like, I'll go see that.
I wanted to see
They have
what
all
that
those
bit, like,
have those mannerisms down. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I would love. That's pretty cool to see that, and I would like to see like a live sporting event just to see what it's like. That looked so cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. An intimate one though.
But it would be cool, like if so. Aesop Rock is still around. He just doesn't tour anymore. But it feels like I'll record a show and I'll perform it and record it and then just let that tour. Then you're still seeing. Then you're just seeing a movie. Like it's then you want to see a live, like the best live concert.
It's
movie
almost it's like an
that you've ever-
experience.
Yeah. Then you're.
That's
it's-
basically
and
what the holograms are. I mean, it basically
but
does
it-
take their movements
right.
and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like if the person isn't touring and can't see the person anymore. I love watching concert movies. Like just I have so many DVDs of just concerts. This is a better version of that. You're going to see it live. There's better sound. You're with people that like the same music.
Yeah, I like watching like YouTube stuff. Like at the end of the night, I always
Love
watch
it.
like YouTube.
Like if they did like
Concerts.
a Beatles concert right now, like a tour.
Yeah.
A hologram
sell-
Beatles tour. It would sell
Yo,
out
Kiss-
immediately.
On Kiss's last show, they were like already selling that we're going to be doing a hologram tour. And this is why I wanted to remember the name hologram, because I wanted to talk about it
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. Beatles would.
Yo, it's gonna be-
people would go crazy for
It's going to
Beatles.
become a way for them
You
to
might
make
have turned
money.
me. Now
Think about
I'm
it.
thinking it might be
It's
fun.
going to become a way where they could stay home with their families and do more tours because now you don't have to fucking tour. You're just hologram is touring.
Yeah.
And it's your likeness that's being used.
I think you have the option to, like in those like in your AI goggles, whatever. You'd be like, do you want to go to it, or do you want to have it happen in your living room right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
which
it would
is-
be
that's a
cool.
different experience.
I think it would be cool to like be at a place like a small venue.
Yeah.
But that's
and
what they
see-
do have. Like that, the place where I saw the game that they were showing, it wasn't huge. I don't even
wasn't
know.
at the
I don't.
Sphere?
It might not have. It might have been. I don't remember what it was.
You could have the Beatles could tour, and you could be like, it could be small venues and big venues on the same night. They could say on,
Yeah, you're
they could
right.
say January 5th. They could contact every venue across the country and be like, don't book anything January 5th. We're doing Beatles live hologram. And everybody in every city could go to see the same show at the same time and go see the Beatles
That would be cool.
at the same night.
That's what I'm saying. Shit like that's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You guys turned me.
Yeah.
I want to see it now.
I just
think
don't
I'd
get
rather
the
see that than
reasoning
the real person.
behind not wanting to see it because it's not the real person. It's the same shit.
Yeah, well,
No.
I get the separation. If you people like old men who like guys don't even play guitars anymore, it's like imagine going from that to like just being okay watching a
No,
hologram.
the reason
Yeah.
why I pushed back with it originally was because when I go see a concert, I like to see not all the music, but also like what he's doing on
Oh,
stage,
yeah.
like the interactions with the band. So
But they
It's-
would have all that.
yeah, but I would also know that it's not happening in front of me.
And it would be
I like,
different. Like I was saying, like if you have somebody who's still alive but not
Yeah.
touring, if they create something like Bruce Springsteen's like, I'm done touring, but I'm gonna record things in my studio. I'm gonna jump around stage. I'm gonna do different things. Then you're seeing the original. You're seeing an original performance because But these Beatles things, then you're just taking performances and recreating them.
Yeah.
You're not seeing anything new.
it's definitely not the same, but I think it would be a cool experience. Like
People go watch cover bands. I'd rather see the hologram of the real thing than the
Absolutely.
That's
fucking
true.
cover
Yeah,
band.
yeah, you're right.
100%.
You're right.
And those
Yeah.
there's cover bands that tour and fucking sell out.
Yep,
You're
you're right.
telling me I'd rather spend the money and watch the real thing in a movie than the fucking tour, a fat fucking
tribute band.
I would,
Yeah.
yeah. But I also don't know how
That's-
many times I would go to one. I feel like it'd be like, all right, this is a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Like you said, if that Beatles
Probably
thing happened,
depends on the person. And let's say you went to it and you're like, this is awesome. I would love to see this person do it.
Right.
And then you wait for if that one does it or not.
and it's got to be so good.
Like I
you know?
wouldn't go see Wu-Tang or Nas now. Like I've seen them. I wouldn't go see their hologram show.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
Tupac, I would 100% go see a Tupac hologram show.
Yeah, and you go see it once, and then you decide, oh, was that fun? Like
Was
that's
it
why I
worth
would
it?
see it once for sure, just to see if I like it. Then I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go see another one. If you don't, I'm like, yeah, I saw it once. I don't. I was like, that's cool. It was fun. It's fun to see what it looks like, but I'm not interested in that.
Like,
anymore.
wouldn't you rather watch Sublime with Bradley as opposed
Than
to
his
with
son.
fucking
His son.
No, but then his son's not the one doing the lead. Bradley
Yeah, he's doing it now.
now, but before that, it was Sublime with Rome.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I heard they put on a good show. Though.
Yeah, so did I, and I heard Rome was good, but he's not him.
Neither is the
Like,
hologram.
I've seen good tribute bands. Like I've seen a handful of Pink Floyd tribute bands that
Yeah.
are sick. Like they sound incredible, but you know, it's
I'd
not
rather the
same.
hologram of the real.
I'd rather see the hologram of the whole band doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I check it out. I would like to go to the Sphere. That Sphere looks amazing
It
in
does. It
Vegas.
looks really cool.
It looks like it would freak me out, though. You know?
That looks like something that has a spell on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that?
It's from Spirit Halloween.
Get
so it
out
probably
of here! I
doesn't-
didn't think it as much.
yeah. I don't know.
Well,
All right.
are
yeah, I
we,
think we're good.
if we made it,
no,
we're
good.
We're way,
if you made
way
it
good
this
into it.
far,
Yeah.
it's good to be back.
It is.
You guys have any Halloween plans?
No.
I don't know.
Jets play. That's it. So
I
I'll
was
be
going to put together a
disappointed.
little thing for Halloween candy.
But we could do that next week before
Yeah, we had this
Halloween.
1 week.
Yeah,
I want
we'll
to
do
pick.
that.
You know how when you go to grocery shop, you pick Halloween candy, and they always come like in a variety pack, and there's
Yeah.
always 4 different things. it's always like 2 good ones and 2 shitty ones,
Yo,
or like
100%.
1 great one. Like it's
So
never.
what would your? Is that what you
That's
want?
what I want. I
All right.
want to look at the options for what they are and see what the best variety pack is.
Best variety.
If I had to make up one, can I make up one right now?
Well,
or no?
that's the
We'll
problem.
wait.
It's never the one you want. It's never
Yeah.
the 4 that you want. They're always throwing in some shit. It's like when you used to buy porno mags. And like they would have like the 3-pack, and it would be like the 2 on the front were always like decent, and then there was like a black and white one in the middle. And it was like you just get rid of the shit things. Like just don't sell dots anymore. So don't put it in with the good stuff.
Yeah.
I used to remember going into all like the 7-Elevens when they had they don't really have them anymore, but like the magazine racks, like they have them, but they're not what they used to. And they used to have like all the Playboys in one, and used to always look at those.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's it. There wasn't much to it. It was a small memory.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, so maybe I'll put that together.
Yeah,
next
let's
week.
do
We'll
that.
pick our
Yeah, if you
favorite
made it
variety
this
packs.
far, guys, don't forget to vote for us for the best of
We gotta do
Long
that
Island.
We got to start doing that because at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, we should do that.
Nah,
Nobody's
people listen
blasting
to
this.
the
I'm gonna
yet.
put together a tutorial of how to vote because it's a little confusing. So
No, it's not.
You
I
know,
mean,
it's,
it is.
It's not what you know it, but it's
But
a
once,
little.
if I keep sending that link that you sent me
That
in the
link is-
beginning,
that
it's
link
It just
perfect.
goes straight to the
It
thing
goes
to
straight
vote.
to the vote.
And if you just keep it open in your Safari,
Yeah.
if you just like click on the link, vote once, and just don't close that thing, you can just go in and keep
No, I
opening
saved
that.
it to my bookmark, so every time I want to go on, I go on.
Yeah, that's right. You don't like to close tabs and everything. I just keep
I
that.
do. I close everything.
I just
yeah.
keep that tab open, and then I can just in the morning I open up
I have it
Safari. I hit
bookmarked.
vote.
Yeah, it's in my bookmark, so it's perfect.
Yep. Yeah.
But
All right.
yeah, vote for us. We need to go back to back, and then next year we'll be going for the 3-peat,
That's it.
Yeah.
Then we can bow out.
and then we'll bow out 3 and done.
After
Yeah.
3, we bow out. Well, if we get to there.
I don't know.
I
like,
feel
that
like if we
Grindhouse-
win 2, we should bow out after 2, because I'd rather.
You don't want a 3-peat?
I don't want to lose. So if we actually happen, because I don't think we're
But
going to
you're
win 2 in a
If you
row.
win back
put
to
on.
back, then you could be like, well, obviously we're going to win every year.
No, and I don't want to have that. So yeah, we can go back to back and be like,
I'm saying
we
if-
bowed
if-
out. Oh
if
yeah,
we, If we
yeah.
bow out, then we can be like, but I think you automatically get submitted
That's
if you
the
win
thing,
the year
yeah.
before that.
But we
So
won't
we would-
push it. It's like we don't want it anymore.
Yeah, we're done. We're done with
I
that.
won't
So
vote.
the problem
next year.
is that Grindhouse Radio that was nominated for best streaming radio last year is they're nominated for that, but they also put their name in the podcast this year. And I don't know if they genuinely had a big following, but we are also up against them, and they won.
Wow, all right.
They won streaming last year, so I think they might get a lot of votes. So that might be competition.
So you
They did that because they were probably pissed that we won
Absolutely,
best podcast.
they were like they don't like us walking around like thinking that they couldn't beat us.
because they were so dismissive of us.
Yeah, they didn't
They
like
were.
And now I'm realizing why you're so you feels like you're more into it this year.
You are. Everybody's in. That's why.
And
I think
now I know
we're
why.
going to have more votes this year than we did last year because I have an extra email. You're in.
Yeah.
You seem like this is a revenge.
Well,
now.
I think with the first year, I didn't really expect to win. So now that I know that it's a possibility, I'm like, well, let's try to make it as possible as
Yeah, let's
as
make
we
it. Let's
can.
go for it.
But I do see some things going on. And I'm like, this seems
that you don't like.
well. The Baldwin podcast, I think the Baldwin sports thing, they probably saw that we won, and they probably took offense to that. So
I was more
they
worried
probably-
about Baldwin because I feel like they have a school where they're going to be like, we lost
and
last year. We're gonna...
and they won a few years
There's
in a row.
probably a whole
Yeah.
school that's talking about.
They were
us right
taking for
now.
granted that they were just going to win. So once they lost, they were like, "Fuck this!" Now they're getting that whole school to vote every day, probably,
Yeah.
and we can't beat that.
Yeah.
we
So,
can't beat a town.
we can't beat a town. If this Grindhouse thing really has like they claim 2 million
my
listeners,
God.
we can't beat that.
If they
So-
ever listen, fuck you guys for being dismissive assholes. Fuck your podcast.
yeah,
fuck
we
your
wanted to hang out. We
listeners.
wanted to get along and
Like, yeah,
commiserate.
we actually went up to talk to them
Yeah.
and be nice. Not
the
even,
girl was nice. That guy was a dickhead.
yeah, like once you
Yeah.
become like you're too cool for school, like fuck you, fuck your show, fuck your family, fuck your fans.
yeah.
Yeah, terrible show. Terrible show.
I tried listening. It was like
Couldn't even
90s.
get
It was 90s shit radio.
Yeah.
Why are we always in beef with a podcast or a radio show that goes from like
old
school
school radio.
form? Ugh,
Yeah.
make me sick.
All right.
Gross.
Thank
Take
you.
care.